Hi, I'm John Pearson from Enduro 21. We are here in the Metzeler Off Road Park in Arco, North Italy. We've been here testing the RedMoto Honda Enduro range. I'm here with Miki Berrera, and we're just going to run through a few details about the bikes. These bikes, you take them from more or less from a basic model from Honda, a cross-country model which I think is mainly available in North America maybe, and then you do your work to make them more suited to Enduro basically.
Yeah, basically we are working on the bike with the experience of our factory team that is racing the World Enduro Championship, and we modify the standard RX bikes dedicated for the US market into a proper Enduro European bike. So we convert a little bit the bike, keeping more or less the same characteristic, but at the end we are fitting an homologation on the bike, and not thinking only to go on the road, but also to have the maximum performances for the races.
Sure. So in a nutshell, the changes that you make to the bike are ECU. You do nothing with the suspension, and you work on the cylinder and the piston for the two models which aren't in the Honda range. So just to run through it, there's a 250, a 300, a 400, and a 450 model. Obviously, the 300 and the 400 are not standard bikes. They are specific to RedMoto. So yeah, if you could just run through the little changes that you make, what those changes are.
Yeah, because at the end with two displacement, we was not able to satisfy all the requests of the final customer. At that point, we decided to do something more to make happy also the customer that want a big bore bike like a 450, but with a smooth power output. So we decided to develop with our partner Athena a new cylinder with a new piston with a low compression ratio in order to have a quite good power, but the right way to deliver this power for the amateur. And the same story was for the 300, to have a very handly bike with more torque and a very good peak power for the 300cc.
But the changes you make then are quite simple, or is a lot of work involved? I guess there's more work involved with the ECU, changing the mapping to suit the. So, where does the most of your work go?
Our work is more or less on the complete bike, because we are not focused only on the engine, but on all the bike, because we must convert the bike in a street legal bike. Because the bike, as it comes from Japan, is an off-road bike. You cannot use it on the road, and it cannot be registered in the government. So we are focused in the registration. So in preparing the bike as a street legal, but after this we are ready to deliver a bike to the final customer ready to race. So in those two cases, 300 and 400, we work very hard also in the maps. As you may know, all our bikes have 3 maps you can use. The standard one, the map 2 is the smoothest, for the rain and so on, and the 3 is the aggressive. And on the 300 and 400, we are working also on the map 1, that is the base map, going inside the ECU and develop a map ready for this big difference of displacement on the bikes.
So I think, from my point of view, riding around here today, you can see that that work that you've put in makes the bikes more rideable. It makes not just the smaller capacity bikes, which are more easily rideable anyway, but the bigger the 400 and the 450 are, depending on which map you choose, you have an easier time. There's still the option to go full bore if you want to be like Alex Salvini, but it's if you want to be more trail rider, or you're tired, or these kinds of things, it's possible to tailor the bike to suit you more, depending on your riding ability and how much strength you've got left in your arms. Yeah.
And then for the big bore bikes, the 400 and 450, you can also use the torque control on the bike, because are all OEM equipped with the torque control in 3 stages. With this, you can combine the 3 engine maps plus the three torque control in order to have 12 different engine modes. So also the amateur are already helped by the electronic of the bike.
Okay, and just a little quick word on the bike that's right in front of us here. This is the option with every one of the models, 250, 300, 400, 450, is to have a more limited edition one, an up-spec, a bling model. The bike in front of us here has got those parts fitted to it. They're all available from RedMoto. I guess one question actually to ask you is, these bikes are, your customer base is the most part of Europe, is that correct?
Yes, in all Europe.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's these options that are on this bike are, well, they're aimed at more performance end of the market. They're makes them more expensive bike, but it's more for the racer more than from the average hobby guy, I guess.
Yes, at the end we are putting on the bike all the special parts that normally a final customer is buying that during the season. So at very cheap price. We are able to supply a complete racing bike, starting from the color, the seat, the complete wheels, tripod clamps, pipes, many parts in CNC machines. So there's many things that normally a customer will accept during the year already on a standard bike. Good,
thanks very much. So read more about these bikes. The test we've done today will be on Enduro 21 very soon. So thanks very much.